승강은 강의 턱부어 쓰임대 연구는 xuyên chắc bóng thác và chan thiên bà xài thảm khan nhung cứ hết điện là mình huyết sự
I stood in the middle of the office and waited for the feeling of safety to return. It didn't. The walls were the same. The desk was the same. The coffee machine I bought with my first profit still hummed in the corner. But something was wrong. I felt it before I saw it. The lease folder sat open on the desk, and my name wasn't there. Lena, I said, keeping my voice calm. Why is my name missing? She didn't look up right away. She adjusted the papers, slow and careful, like this was any normal morning. Because it was never on it, she said. I laughed once, short and confused. That's not funny. She finally met my eyes. I'm not joking. My chest tightened. We signed it together. No, she said. I signed it. You were there, but it was always mine. That's not what you said 2 years ago, I replied. She shrugged. You misunderstood. I looked around the room like it might explain things. So you're saying I built this place, paid half the rent, brought in the clients, and somehow misunderstood? Yes, she said calmly. I stepped closer. Say that again. The lease is mine, she repeated. Legally. I checked. Checked when? I asked. She pressed her lips together. A while ago. My voice dropped. How long is a while? She didn't answer. Instead, she said, you should sit down. That's how I know you planned this, I said. You don't tell someone to sit unless you already know they're about to fall. Lena sighed. You're being dramatic. Then why didn't you tell me? I asked. I didn't need to, she replied. Everything was working. For who? I said. For us, she said quickly. Until it wasn't. I heard footsteps behind me. I turned and saw Mark standing near the door, his hands in his pockets, eyes glued to the floor. Mark, I said. You knew? He shifted his weight. It's not my place. That's a yes, I said. He finally looked up, guilt written all over his face. She just wanted security. I laughed again, louder this time. By cutting me out? She didn't cut you out, he said. She just protected herself. I stared at him. I trusted you. I know, he said softly. Since college, I added. I let you crash on my couch. Mark swallowed. This isn't about that. It is to me, I said. Lena crossed her arms. We're not attacking you. Then why does it feel like I'm already bleeding? I asked. She stepped closer. Listen. You can walk away clean. No drama. Clean? I echoed. From my own life? You don't own the business, she said. You never did. My hands shook. We built it together. You built ideas, she replied. I built structure. That's a lie, I snapped. It's reality, she said. And you need to accept it. I looked at Mark again. So this is it? He nodded slightly. It's done. I breathed in slowly. You're both cowards. Lena's face hardened. Watch your tone. Or what? I asked. You'll erase me again? She didn't answer. Instead, she pulled out her phone. They're outside. Who? I asked. The door opened. Two men in work uniforms stepped in, carrying toolboxes. "Morning," one said. "Lock change." I turned to Lena. "You're doing this now?" She nodded. "It's better this way." I stepped back. "Give me a day." "No," she said. "You had years." I felt something break inside me. "I loved you." Her eyes softened for half a second. "I know." "Was any of it real?" I asked. She hesitated. "Some of it." That hurt more than a lie. I grabbed my jacket. Mark spoke quietly. "I'm sorry." I walked toward the door. "Don't be. Just remember this moment." Lena followed me. "You'll be fine. You always land on your feet." I looked at her. "You pushed me off a cliff." She didn't reply. Outside, I stood on the sidewalk and watched through the glass as the men changed the locks. The sound of metal clicking felt final. Lena stepped beside me. "You should start over." I nodded slowly. "I will." She turned back inside. I stayed there until the door shut, my reflection staring back at me, empty and angry. I walked away with nothing in my hands, but something heavy burning in my chest. I slept in my car that night because I didn't know where else to go. The seat didn't recline all the way, and the cold crept in through the windows, but I didn't care. My phone buzzed nonstop. I didn't answer a single call. "You okay?" Rachel texted. I stared at the screen for a long time before typing back. "I got locked out." "Out of what?" "Everything." She called immediately. I answered because I knew she wouldn't stop. "Where are you?" she asked. "In the car," I said. "Whose car?" "Mine," I replied. "For now." She went quiet. "Come home." "I can't," I said. "Yes, you can." "I don't want pity." "It's not pity," she said. "It's family." I sighed. "I just need a night." "One night," she said. "Then you're coming." "I'll think about it." "You always do that," she said. "You think instead of feeling." "I'm feeling plenty," I replied. She didn't argue. "Call me in the morning." The next day, I showered at a gym I barely used anymore. The mirror didn't recognize me. My eyes looked hollow. I checked my bank account. Half of it was frozen. Lena's signature was everywhere. "Smart," I muttered. I drove past the office without stopping. I couldn't watch them work inside what used to be mine. My phone buzzed again. Unknown number. "Yes?" I said. "This is Mr. Collins," a man said. "Property management." I laughed bitterly. "I don't work there anymore." "I know," he replied. "I just wanted to confirm your access badge is deactivated." "Already felt that," I said. He cleared his throat. I also wanted to say, "I'm sorry." "Why?" I asked. "I've seen this happen before," he said. "It's rarely fair." "Life usually isn't," I replied. He hesitated. "If you need anything retrieved, you have 24 hours. "Thanks," I said. "I'll think about it." After I hung up, I sat in the parking lot and stared at the building. Lena's car was there. Mark's too. I called Mark. He answered after the third ring. "Hey." "Why?" I asked. Silence. "I told you, man. It wasn't my call." "You backed her," I said. I didn't want to lose my job. So you chose to lose me, I replied. That's not fair, he said. I slept in my car, I snapped. Fair left a long time ago. He lowered his voice. She said you'd understand. I laughed. That's what hurts the most. He sighed. Look, maybe in a few weeks. Don't, I interrupted. Just don't. I hung up. I drove to Rachel's place before I could change my mind. She opened the door and pulled me into a hug. You look awful, she said. Thanks, I replied. She handed me coffee. Sit. I sat on the couch and stared at the floor. She posted, Rachel said carefully. I looked up. What? Lena, she said. Online. About strength. About moving on. I shook my head. She wasted no time. She's getting praise, Rachel added. A lot of it. Good for her, I muttered. Rachel watched me. You're not angry enough. I'm tired, I said. Anger comes later, she replied. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every conversation replayed in my head. Every warning I ignored. Every moment I trusted her more than myself. The next morning, I went back to the building. I used my 24 hours. Mr. Collins met me at the door. Rough, he said. You have no idea, I replied. He watched me pack my things. She didn't build this, he said quietly. I know, I replied. She thinks ownership is paper, he continued. But buildings remember. I paused. What do you mean? He smiled faintly. Nothing. Just an old man talking. I carried my box outside. Lena didn't come out. Mark avoided the window. That silence felt louder than any insult. I drove away slowly, something shifting inside me. I wasn't planning revenge. Not yet. But I was done begging life to be fair. I was done being invisible. I stopped asking myself what I lost and started asking what I still had. The answer was simple and uncomfortable. I had my name, my mind, and time. That was it. No office. No title. No partner. Just me. Rachel watched me pace her kitchen. You're thinking too loud, she said. I'm thinking for once, I replied. You always thought, she said. You just trusted the wrong people. I stopped. I trusted comfort. She nodded. So what now? I don't know, I said. But I'm done reacting. She crossed her arms. That sounds dangerous. It's necessary, I replied. Later that day, I called Evan. We hadn't spoken in years. I almost hung up before he answered. Well, he said. If it isn't the ghost. Still breathing, I said. Barely, he replied. What happened? Life, I said. You busy? Always, he said. But I can make time. We met at a quiet cafe. He studied me the way doctors study scans. You look lighter, he said. I feel hollow, I replied. Good, he said. That means there's room. For what? I asked. For growth, he said. I told him everything. He didn't interrupt once. When I finished, he leaned back. You trusted paper promises. I trusted people, I said. Same mistake, he replied. So what do I do? I asked. He smiled. You stop playing defense. I don't have leverage, I said. You have discipline, he replied. That's rarer. I frowned. That doesn't pay rent. It builds power, he said. Slow power. I don't want slow, I snapped. He leaned forward. Then you'll stay broke in every way that matters. I exhaled. Teach me. That's the first smart thing you've said today, he replied. We talked numbers, credit, silence. He explained how people expose themselves when they think they've won. You don't announce moves, he said. You position. Position for what? I asked. For opportunity, he replied. That night, I couldn't sleep. My anger was quieter. Sharper. The next week, I started listening instead of talking. I met Mrs. Hale by accident. She dropped her keys outside the building. Careful, I said, picking them up. She smiled. Thank you, young man. I used to work here, I added. Used to, she asked. Long story, I said. She laughed. All good ones are. We talked for 10 minutes. About weather. About noise. About patience. I may sell soon, she said casually. My heart didn't race. It focused. I hope you find the right buyer, I said. She nodded. Me too. I walked away knowing one thing. I wasn't powerless. I was unseen. And that was about to change. I didn't disappear like Lena expected. I just went quiet. That scared her more, even if she didn't know it yet. Silence has weight when people are waiting for noise. Rachel noticed first. You're calmer, she said. I'm focused, I replied. That's worse, she said. For them. I didn't argue. I didn't need to. I spent my days listening. Watching. Learning who talked when they thought no one important was around. I ran into Mark at a coffee shop near the office. He froze when he saw me. Hey, he said. Hey, I replied. He glanced around. You look okay. I am, I said. That's good, he said quickly. Lena's doing great too. I heard, I replied. He smiled awkwardly. She really stepped up. I nodded. She always wanted the spotlight. That's not fair, he said. Neither was locking me out, I replied. He lowered his voice. She says you're taking this well. I am, I said. That made him uncomfortable. You don't sound angry. I'm not, I replied. I'm observant. He didn't know what to say to that. Later that week, Jason called me. We used to work together on small renovations. Man, he said, you picked a good time to leave. Why? I asked. He laughed. Rent's late. Second month in a row. I leaned back in my chair. That's not like her. She's scrambling, he said. Overpromised. Interesting, I replied. She keeps saying you handled operations, he added. Didn't realize how much. I smiled to myself. People rarely do. I passed the building one afternoon and saw Lena laughing with clients outside. Mark stood beside her, nodding too much. I didn't stop. I didn't wave. I kept walking. That night, Evan called. You still patient? Yes, I said. Good, he replied. Because patience compounds. I met the owner, I added. There was a pause. By accident or design? Accident, I said. For now. Good, he replied again. Let accidents work. The next time I saw Mrs. Hale, she remembered my name. You're back, she said. I like the area, I replied. She smiled. Most people don't look up anymore. We talked on the steps. She complained about noise, about stress. I want peace, she said. Not problems. I nodded. That's reasonable. She studied me. You're calm. I had a loud year, I replied. She laughed softly. As I walked away, I felt it. The shift. Small. Quiet. Real. Meanwhile, Lena posted another victory. New client. Big smiles. Loud words. Rachel showed me her phone. You okay seeing this? Yes, I said. You're lying, she replied. No, I said. I'm waiting. For what? She asked. For gravity, I replied. I didn't hate Lena. That surprised me. Hate burns fast. I needed slow heat. Mark called me drunk one night. She's stressed, he said. Success is heavy, I replied. She misses you, he added. That's her problem, I said. You changed, he said. I evolved, I replied. I hung up before he could answer. Every celebration has an echo. I heard theirs clearly. And I smiled in the dark, unseen, steady, ready. I learned something important that month. Power doesn't arrive with noise. It moves quietly, like paperwork sliding across a desk while someone else is busy celebrating. Evan called me early. You free today? He asked. Yes, I said. Good, he replied. Because opportunity doesn't wait for confidence. I'll be there, I said. We met in his office. He didn't waste time. Mrs. Hale wants out, he said. I kept my voice steady. Soon? Soon enough, he replied. Health issues. Tired of stress. Does she have buyers? I asked. Interest, he said. No trust. I nodded. Then timing matters. He smiled. You're learning. That afternoon, I ran into Mrs. Hale outside the building again. She struggled with a grocery bag. Let me help, I said. She sighed. I hate feeling old. You're not, I replied. You're experienced. She laughed. That's a kind lie. We sat on a bench. She looked tired. People want the building, she said. They want profit. And you? I asked. I want quiet, she said. No calls. No complaints. I nodded. That's fair. She studied me. You don't ask much. I listen, I said. She smiled softly. That's rare. A week later, she invited me for tea. No agents. No lawyers. Why me? I asked. Because you don't rush, she replied. I told Evan that night. He was quiet for a moment. That's not luck, he said. I know, I replied. The papers came slowly. Numbers. Clauses. Silence. I signed nothing without reading twice. Evan watched me. You're calm. I already lost everything once, I said. Nothing scares me now. The day I signed, it rained. Mrs. Hale shook my hand. Take care of it, she said. I will, I replied. I stepped outside holding ownership, feeling nothing. No joy. No revenge. Just clarity. I stood across the street and watched the building like it was a stranger. Power didn't feel loud. It felt settled. And it was finally mine. The first call came 3 days after the paperwork settled. I knew it would come. I just didn't know how soon. I was making coffee when my phone lit up with Lena's name. I stared at it until it stopped ringing. Then it rang again. I answered. Hello? Her voice was careful. Hey. Hey, I replied. There was a pause. Did you get a new number? No, I said. Same one. Oh, she replied. Okay. I waited. Silence stretched. So, she said, forcing a light tone, how have you been? Busy, I replied. Doing what? She asked. Listening, I said. She laughed nervously. You always did that. Did I? I asked. Another pause. Look, I won't take much of your time. You already are, I said. She inhaled sharply. The building manager sent a notice. Yes, I replied. About rent adjustments, she continued. And compliance. That's standard, I said. It's sudden, she replied. So was being locked out, I said. Her voice dropped. You don't have to be like this. Like what? I asked. Cold, she said. I'm professional, I replied. She sighed. Is this about revenge? No, I said. It's about structure. She didn't respond right away. Mark is panicking. I'm not responsible for his emotions, I replied. You used to care, she said. I still do, I said. Just not at my expense. Her breath caught. You sound different. I am different, I replied. She lowered her voice. Can we talk in person? There's nothing to discuss, I said. Yes, there is, she insisted. You're doing this to hurt me. I smiled faintly. You think you're the center of this. What does that mean? She asked. It means the world doesn't pause for feelings, I said. She went quiet. You're enjoying this? No, I replied. I'm observing it. She hung up without saying goodbye. Later that day, Mark called. His voice was rushed. What's going on? Business, I said. You're squeezing us, he snapped. I'm enforcing agreements, I replied. You didn't used to care about rules, he said. I didn't used to need them, I replied. He swore under his breath. She's scared. Good, I said calmly. That's messed up, he replied. No, I said. That's honest. He hung up. Rachel noticed my mood that night. You okay? Yes, I said. That was too fast, she replied. Something happened. She called, I said. Rachel nodded. And her voice cracked, I replied. Rachel sat beside me. Do you feel better? I thought for a moment. No. But I feel balanced. The next notice went out a week later. Legal. Clean. Necessary. Lena showed up unannounced the following morning. I opened the door and saw her standing there, arms crossed, confidence fraying at the edges. You didn't respond to my emails, she said. I read them, I replied. She stepped inside without asking. You can't do this. I already am, I said. Her eyes searched my face. Say it. Say what? I asked. That this is about me, she said. It's about responsibility, I replied. She laughed bitterly. You always hide behind words. And you always hide behind people, I replied. That one landed. She swallowed. You're not powerless anymore. I never was, I said. She looked away. I misjudged you. Yes, I replied. Her voice broke. I didn't think you'd survive without me. I met her eyes. I didn't think you'd fall so fast. She left without another word. I closed the door slowly, my hand steady. For the first time since it began, the silence felt earned. And somewhere behind me, the balance tipped for good. Lena didn't knock the second time. She stood outside my door like hesitation itself, then pressed the bell and kept her finger there until I answered. We need to talk, she said. We already did, I replied. This is different, she insisted. Everything is different now, I said, stepping aside. You have 5 minutes. She walked in slowly, looking around like she was measuring distance instead of space. You moved, she said. I adapted, I replied. She exhaled. You're enjoying this. No, I said. I'm enduring it. She laughed weakly. You always did like playing calm. I learned it, I said. From you. That stung. I saw it in her eyes. Mark is falling apart, she said. Clients are leaving. That happens, I replied. You could stop this, she said quickly. You could help. I crossed my arms. You didn't help me. You didn't ask, she snapped. I didn't know I had to beg, I said. She looked away. I thought you'd bounce back. By disappearing? I asked. She rubbed her temples. I was scared. So was I replied. I just didn't stab anyone. She flinched. That's not fair. Neither was rewriting history, I said. Her voice dropped. I didn't think you were strong enough. I smiled once. That was your biggest mistake. She took a step closer. We were good together. We were convenient, I replied. That's not true, she said. Then why did you plan without me? I asked. She opened her mouth, then closed it. I didn't think you'd say no. Because you never gave me a choice, I replied. Tears filled her eyes. I never wanted this. Intent doesn't erase damage, I said. She whispered, I'm sorry. I nodded. I believe you. Hope flickered across her face. Then we can fix this? No, I said. Her breath caught. Why not? Because apology isn't repair, I replied. She shook her head. You're punishing me. I'm protecting myself, I said. She sank into the chair. You used to love me. I loved who I thought you were, I replied. She looked up. And now? Now I see clearly, I said. She laughed through tears. You planned this. No, I said calmly. I survived it. She stood suddenly. You think you won. I don't think about winning, I replied. I think about balance. She stared at me like she was searching for the old version. You're cold. I'm healed, I said. Her voice dropped to a whisper. Say it. Say what? I asked. That you forgive me, she said. I paused. Forgiveness isn't access. She nodded slowly. So this is it. This is the consequence, I replied. She walked toward the door, then stopped. Mark says you changed. I did, I said. He says you're ruthless, she added. I smiled faintly. I'm precise. She opened the door. I never thought I'd be the one begging. I met her eyes. Neither did I. She left without slamming the door. That mattered more than words. I stood there alone, heart steady, hands calm. I didn't feel victory. I felt release. For the first time, I wasn't reacting to her choices. I was standing in my own. I didn't go to the building on the day Lena moved out. I didn't need to see it. Some endings don't need witnesses. They just need distance. Rachel called me instead. It's done, she said. Okay, I replied. That's it, she asked. What else should I say? I replied. She paused. I thought you'd feel something. I do, I said. Just not what people expect. Later that afternoon, Mark texted me. Just one line. She's gone. I stared at the message, then locked my phone. That night, I walked past the building anyway. Old habit. The lights were off inside. The windows looked empty, like the place had finally exhaled. Mr. Collins stepped out as I stood there. Evening, he said. Evening, I replied. She left the keys, he added. Didn't say much. Some people never do, I said. He nodded. You're not moving back in? No, I replied. Most owners would, he said. I'm not most owners, I replied. He smiled. You're different. I had good teachers, I said. I leased the space a month later. Quiet people. Reliable people. They didn't know my story, and I didn't offer it. Evan stopped by once, hands in his pockets. You could have crushed her, he said. I didn't want to, I replied. You let karma do the work, he said. I let truth breathe, I replied. He studied me. You're not angry anymore. No, I said. I'm done. Rachel noticed the change most. You walk lighter, she said. I stopped carrying what wasn't mine, I replied. Some nights, I still thought about Lena. Not with pain. With clarity. I saw the signs I ignored. The moments I stayed quiet to keep peace. I don't regret loving her. I regret abandoning myself. I learned that power doesn't need revenge. It needs boundaries. One evening, I ran into Lena by chance. Grocery store aisle. Frozen food section. She looked smaller. Tired. She saw me and froze. Hey, she said. Hey, I replied. She nodded toward my cart. You look good. I am, I said. There was a pause. I heard you leased the place. Yes, I replied. She swallowed. You won't ever move back? No, I said gently. She nodded. I guess some doors close for a reason. Yes, I replied. And some stay close to keep us safe. She smiled sadly. I hope you're happy. I'm peaceful, I said. She looked at the floor. That suits you. We walked away in opposite directions. That was the moment I knew I was free. No applause. No cheers. Just quiet certainty. I didn't win her loss. I won my life back. And this time, I kept it.